Hi and welcome to another section of Jeff the Master Barber. On this edition, I'm gonna be using the Baby Bliss top right now with the guard number 2, and then I'm gonna be doing a tight fade on the sides, and then I'm gonna be showing you how I do the shape ups and shave. Right now, the guard that I'm using is called Speed Zero Guide. If you interested in this or the brush or the clipper that I'm using or anything that you see in material in this video, I have the link below on the description. Just go there, check it out, and you can see what it's called, how much it costs, where you can get it at. Usually it's Amazon where I get it, but yeah, right now I'm just passing number 2 at top. I just make sure I pass everything real thorough, and I'm brushing it, make sure that there's no hair that gets stuck, or you know what I mean, and it put the hair back in place. Yes, this is the Baby Bliss. What I did to it, the only thing modification that I did, I put the blade of the Magic Clip blade. Also, this is the new wall detailer trimmer, and definitely for the last four days that I've been using it, it's been beautiful. Definitely, I think it's gonna go head to head with Andy. That was the first step with the trimmer. Now we're going with the 116 guard 116, and I do the second level, and then the next step that I'm gonna do, right, instead of using another guard number 1, I'm gonna do is eventually in a few seconds right here open the lever with the same guard. So that's the 116 level open, and we're gonna erase that first line or that shadow that the 116 with the level close did. And notice how we already blending it already blending that right there. It's still passing it in that area. And like I said, I'm not a teacher, I'm just showing how I do my work, you know. And if you see something that you like or that you haven't done or caught your attention, and you want to give it a try, and if it works for you, then that's why I do this video. But I never tell you to do it how I do it. I never say, you know, you have to have these clippers or anything like that. If you have some Magic Clip or whatever legend, you know, just work with that. Right now we got no guard, a level, the blade is less than half, not completely open, but it's a little bit closed, but not completely closed. And we're gonna pass it in that area, right in the line, right in that shadow. And it's not gonna go right away, but you keep passing it, you know, from right to left, left to right. Brush it, make sure you brush it, because some hair after you cut it, it gets stuck. Some people get the sweaty scalp, or they have gel or hair product, and you know, you pass it and you think that it's not cut when it's already cut, but it's most of the time the hair stuck in the scalp. But yeah, make sure you brush it too, because the hair will fall into place and it's easy to see what you already cut. So right now, you notice how the line and everything is going away, and notice how I stayed right there. Now if you notice that the line didn't went away, and the first step that we did it with the detailer, we're gonna use exactly the detailer to erase that line, that printing line that we did the first step. And then after that, we're gonna take the bottom, what is left over right there. And yes, I recommend this detailer. Definitely they feel they look like the detailer, obviously, but it changed. The bottom is actually longer, and they're a little heavier, but in a good way. They feel like a good premium weight. And definitely never ran out of battery, because it has the charging dock, which it works perfectly. Right now I'm using the Andy electric shaver, and this is one of my favorite. I have them, I tried all of them, and I have all of them: the wall, the finale, I have the Baby Bliss, and the Series 9. And to me, the one that I always come back to use is the this one, the Andy Plus. And the reason why they call it Plus, if you notice, it has like the black is like a silicone, so it has a better grip. I feel they have a little bit more power, and plus they have the dock, which is also nice, because the other one used to, every time you used to plug it in and plug it out, the core, if it was not the core, it was the actually where you get connected, that you get they get damaged. Now with the dock is perfect. I'm showing it in slow motion how the detailers, they definitely scrape on the side really nice. They don't get stuck like the other one, like the core. That was the only downside that I think that the cords have for me. But overall, they were great trimmers. And this one, that definitely perfected everything that I wanted in the detailer. The detailer, they were a little bit too small for my taste, but this one is just perfect. A way that I could explain that it feels like a Andy Slimline body, but still with the detailer look, you know. A lot little wider, and the blade a lot wider, especially to clean on the side. Right now I'm using the 116, right, level close, and we're gonna pass it in that area right there, and we're gonna go right to left, left to right. Make sure you go a couple of times, and then we're gonna open the level with the same guard, that's the 116, and we're gonna pass it in that area right there. And you're gonna see that right away you're gonna see that it's gonna blend in all that perfectly, you know what I mean. And then we keep elevating. The more you go up, the stroke is gonna be a lot higher, you know. And we're gonna pass it in that area that I'm passing it, right, brush it, and then we're gonna go to the we still got the 116, and we're gonna close it just a little bit, but we're gonna pass it in the area that I just pointed out. And always brush it. See, I pass it and didn't grab it. I noticed that it didn't grab, so I close it just a little bit more. And now that's what I'm passing. Keep passing it right there. When I say keep passing it, that's how much you gotta keep passing. Some people just pass it, you know, some barbers pass it just 1, 2, and that's it. It's more than that. But yeah, definitely right there I closed it. No, it's still semi open still, but I'm passing it. I'm using the corners of the blade to pass. See, now I close it. Now I'm gonna go right there where I pointed out and passing it there. Notice I keep passing it again. Now that I notice that it didn't grab, I go to the next level. So this, since it was 116 level close and it was not grabbing, then I go to the half, but then I close it just a little bit, less than half, but not completely close. And we're gonna stick right there to the line, and then I close a little bit, right, completely actually, and we're gonna stick right there to the line. Don't bring it up, just stay right there where the line is, right there, and keep passing it. You notice that the stroke is a lot smaller, you know what I mean, but stick right there. Then I open it just a little bit, and I'm gonna go a little higher, and I'm gonna use the corner. That's where I'm pointing at. I'm pointing at the blade, the corner of the blade that I'm using. Then I open the level, then I'm gonna use the corner again in that area right there, and then keep brushing it. Always use the brush or combs, whatever you have, and keep passing it. Notice how I keep passing it. Make sure every little details is taken care of, because those little details make the big difference. And then keep brushing it, pass it there, still level close, still. And yes, the modification that I did to this clipper is that I put the magic clip blade. Right now, if I see that still the line doesn't come out, remember this is the first step that we did using the trimmer to do the first guideline. So in order to take that first guideline, it was with the detailer. So with the detailer, we're gonna pass it again, and then you're gonna see that it's gonna go away, and then we're gonna take the other rest. Like I said, I normally used to do this. What I'm doing right now, I use the bevel because it's one of the widest trimmer blade out there. But if I didn't have the bevel, definitely I would use this one. It's wider, I think a little wider than the Andy T outliner, and I think it's a better blade overall to do that. It doesn't get stuck. And then I'm using the one blade of the electric shaver right there, right? And I'm not using both, the whole head of the shaver. I'm using just one side, because if I use both, like I'm gonna show you right now, though, if I use both like that, doing it like that, it's gonna erase everything. I only use it for the back. that area, because then I have the space to definitely clean and speed up the process. But yeah, I recommend the detailer to clean the side compared to the Tigh liner. The Tigh liner cleaner, but you gotta be really go slow in order to grab the hair. All right. If not, if it's too thin the hair and too much of hair, it's gonna have you're gonna have problem with it. Now with the bevel or this one, the new wall detailer, I don't have that problem. So I recommend this trimmer for that. And for the box out, definitely this one, the blade, it feels a lot sharper. The teeth are still maybe a little longer than the old school one. I don't know. It looks similar, but at the same time, there's something they did there. I can't quite yet tell, but I know the only way that I could tell is that it definitely feels sharper. The blade feels sharper. The engine definitely is a lot stronger and louder than the old school one. The cordless, it was a rotary. It's a rotary engine. This one is the regular engine. So definitely you're gonna hear the engine. You're gonna feel the power too. The rotary engine is more quiet and smooth. This one, you feel the vibration, the power, and the noise is out there. It's actually a little louder than the Tigh liner, but it's quieter than the Baby Bliss or the bevel. I'm talking for my trimmers that I'm using, for my cordless trimmer that I have, and comparing it, what I like and what I don't like. But definitely this one, how it enter into the, like right now, into the forehead. You know how the detailer has the curvy right there, so the blade actually goes in with no problem. You don't have to do no skeleton on it, because it definitely has that nice shape that goes in perfectly. And yeah, I always start my Shape up right in the middle. And this client particularly has a weird weight of the lineup, so you know I have to make sure that those empty plays, I don't go too in, because then I will raise his Shape up, and I don't want to do that. Right now I'm coning his beard. I have him laying down, and I'm gonna start shaping it up with the detailer. And as you could tell, look at how they hit perfectly. You know, some of the barbers would actually say, yeah, I would have actually zero gap or more. And that's another thing. I didn't do nothing to it. I didn't zero gap them. I left them exactly how they came from factory. Sometimes when you mess it up right away from factory, you can mess it up. Also, normally I do this like what I'm doing right now. I'm grooming it, and how I'm doing it like this, I do it with the Baby Bliss or the Magic Clip, just to take those little hair that's standing. My other trimmers, besides the bevel and this one, are the only ones that could do this. My Tigh liner, I tried it. It does it a little bit, but not a lot. The FX, the Baby Bliss FX can do this, and this one in the hand, it feels a good weight compared to the bevel and the FX. The FX Baby Gold FX, they're a little heavy and bulky. This one is just, you know, solid but not too heavy. And then the way how you hold the handle, especially now how they did the little point, it has like a better grip. And like I said, the shape of the blade is just perfect. And it's incredible. I don't like to right away talk goody like to a trimmer until at least 6 months. But like I said, in 6 months my opinion could change, because you know it's new. So sometimes you gotta let it break in. Sometimes you gotta work a lot with it in order to really know how it's gonna work with you. On the first couple of days, yes, you know, some stuff you could tell, some other times you can. With this one, I could tell right away. They did it with this one. They keep the tradition of the detailer, the cable one, but definitely it feels also much better because the handle is a lot longer and it's a little bit more solid in a good way, and heavier but not too heavy than the FX Gold and the bevel, but definitely is heavier than the Tigh liner and the cordless detailer, and that's, to me, that's in a good way. So it's just perfect to do the lineup. Like I said, I don't like to zero gap them too much because I don't want the client, if there's clients that they have sensitive skin, and if you pass a blade that is way too sharp, you could give them you could cut them, and I don't want to give them a shape for life. I want to make sure it's just to clean, to trim what is meant for that. It's a trimmer, so it's to trim. So I'm just trimming those long hair, and then the way how I'm gonna make it sharp is with the razor and the blade. And notice I'm grooming it again. What I'm doing is those little long hair like that, I go from the top or whatever angle I feel comfortable, and then I just take those little hair that I see standing and keep shaping it, and little by little it's gonna take shape. And yeah, don't let no other barber or anyone tell you, regardless if you're doing it good or doing it wrong, you got two good ears, one to let it in, and then if you are a person that take those criticism and it's constructed, that's cool, but don't let that stop you, not even yourself. Just make sure that everything looks great and you put your 100%, and don't let no one stop you or tell you any differently. Just anybody that is a barber went through many struggle. I still go through it, we all go through it, and at the end of the day, it's the client that decide if he likes it or not. And even if he doesn't like it, that doesn't mean that you did it, that you're not a barber. It's just you can't meet everybody's expectation, even when you are good. That just happened, and happened to me still to this day. But don't stop right there. You gotta keep going, you gotta keep pushing. Right now I was putting the shaving cream, the Bump Pro, and it's medicated, and it smells like winter fresh. It smells real good, and it's like real cool sensation. Always use both of your hand. I'm a righty, so with my left hand I just hold the comb and stretch the skin. Whatever I'm gonna place the blade, I stretch the skin, so that way the blade doesn't get stuck in the skin. And when you make the skin real nice and tight, the blade actually grab better the hair that you have to get cut. And notice how the shaping of the beard is coming really nice. It's coming nice and clean. A lot of people like to sell you the movie, you know what I mean? Me, I give you the video for free. What I'm saying is, a lot of barbers out there, especially YouTubers, they edit a lot, and then they say, oh yeah, a good haircut takes, depending on how long you've been cutting it, whatever, a good haircut could take 30 to 45 minutes, sometimes even more, sometimes less. But there's some barbers out there that, what I mean, YouTuber barber, they do the haircut and edit it and put all the makeups, paint it, put, you name it, and then says, well, I did it in 15 minutes, and then sometimes they shape everything with the blade right now, and then they grab the trimmer and pass the trimmer and say, look at how sharp it is, when in reality he shape it up and with the trimmer, and then shape it up with the blade, and then use the machine. So don't let anybody fool you, you know what I mean? You see, that's why I make my videos. They're like, what, 23, this video is like, what, 23 minutes, and in reality it took me like 35 minutes to cut his hair, and I think that's a decent time. Not that I want to be a Speedy Gonzalez, but with the time that I already have with my client, this client been with me for almost 12 years, and so yeah, with the time that I've been cutting his hair for many years, and then everything, the repetition and all that, it definitely, I already know I could do it with my eyes closed, but yeah, I keep them open. But what I'm saying is, you develop, once you develop that trust, then you develop also, you know, the speed, and it's something that it comes natural, no you forcing it. And yeah, right now we have them sit down, and then we're gonna do the final details. I'm shaving it from bottom to top, but I'm very careful how I use my trimmer to do this. What I'm doing, it's just barely touching it, and then looking at it from different angles to start sculpting the beard. Those little hair that you see standing. This blade, I mean this machine, the trimmer definitely works. I recommend it. I paid $129, and I think that's a decent price compared to the other trimmers. I paid, what was it? For the bevel, I paid $232. For the Tigh liner and this, I paid $250 when it first came out. The FX Gold, I think, is $150 right now. But yeah, this one, $129. It's actually, it has beat all the other trimmers prices right now for beat cordless. Definitely, this is the way to go if you want to go have something. I think, like I said, this is gonna be Andy's Tigh liner with this clipper again. Once again, is the Wall and Andy, and they be in the industry before any other companies, before Babyliss and whatnot. And I understand Babyliss, they're doing okay. They're hearing all the barbers' opinion and whatnot. And I think Wall and Andy, they're definitely keeping it strong, the name strong. And once again, the detailer, this one, I know is gonna be again head to head with the Andys. And like I said, Andy, the Tigh liner, the only two things that I find is that the blade gets too hot, and then if there's thin hair but with a lot and you're trying to clean it, sometimes the blade doesn't want to cut it. It can take too much. Those are my only two things. With the Wall detailer, this one I can't find anything right now, to tell you the truth. So this is before the haircut. This is how he looks before the haircut, and then this is how he looks after. And yeah, this client comes every 2 weeks to get a haircut. Also, if you want to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram at JR77Barber or Junior77Barber. And yeah, if you like this video, just share it. That's all I ask, with someone that you know they want to become a barber. And yeah, hope you like it. And please, thank you, and share it. See you later.